Well, hey there, you're on the internet, I have some free time, and welcome to the Triple N Network, where all you newbie nib nerds can find all the news you'll need. Let's look at an ink today, shall we? Now, today's ink I have in sample form from Noodler's Purple. It's their purple ink. All the tests were done in this Italix Parson's Essential with a... Come on, camera. Be good today. Come on. There you go, camera. Anyways, it's an Italix Parson's Essential with a Medium Cursive Italic nib. Let's compare it to some other purples. Here we have Schaefer Script Purple, Private Reserve Purple Mojo, Parker Quink Purple, and Noodler's Purple, which I feel like you can see has some more red in it. It's a bit more pink. These definitely have more blue to them. Well, the camera's doing something funky and just turning them blue. I shall fix it in post. Moving on. Clairefontaine, 90 grams per square meter. Really not bad. I'm not the biggest fan of purple, so I don't have a ton of them, but this one really is, I like it because it's a genuine purple. It's not a lavender, it's not a violet. 9 seconds to dry on the thin strokes, 11 on the broad. Really not too bad. You get some very nice shading. No bleed, feather, spread. Really no discernible echo. No sheen. Very well behaved. Oh, chromatography. Right. As you can see, there's definitely some pink in here, but also really not a lot of water resistance. Most of the sort of bluish bit is up at the top. And we definitely see that here because a lot of it, I'd say nearly all of it, washed away. If you absolutely had to, maybe you could recover it, but it would not be easy. Next is Rhodia, 80 grams per square meter, where I feel like there was just a little bit less shading, but still very vibrant, still very there. 10 seconds to dry. No bleed, feather, spread. No sheen. Very nice. I said I actually like the pen, paper, and ink combo. Again, most of it washed away in the water test. Some remains. If you absolutely had to, you could recover that. As you can see, that's a different ink, so ignore that. And that's the water test, so I never really know what to make of that when that happens. Sorry, I knocked the camera. Now, next is Tomoe River Paper, where I feel like it got a bit lighter, almost a bit pinker. Like it brought... Maybe the cream of the paper really brought some more of the reddish bits out of it. 9 seconds to dry. Very nice shading. I'm actually really enjoying the shading on here. And I like how bright the color is without it being like Bay State Concord Grape, which was like ocular assault bright. But pretty nice. And 9 seconds to dry really isn't too bad. But this is really, really gone. You know, even the camera's not picking up much on there. That would be extremely difficult. And it is very thin paper, but it's not too bad. Next is 20-pound copier paper, where we definitely got some spread. The line width definitely got broader. 2.5 seconds to dry. There's not a lot of shading left, and where there is, that's sort of where you see some feathering and some spread. Actually, I'm not seeing much feathering. There's, I mean, like there where the, but I mean, it's tiny and it's very spread out, so it's really not too bad. I was expecting worse, honestly. There's a couple of dots here and there, but for a medium stub, really not bad considering this is the world's worst paper. This is definitely the best water test we've seen so far. That would be easiest to recover of all we've seen. Most of it did wash away, did feather and explode a bit. Next is Mead Notebook Paper, where again it took 2.5 seconds to dry. And here there was bleed and feathering and spread, but really not a lot of it. Again, it's sort of localized and not distracting. You see the R, but it's not all over the place. And considering this is Mead, I expected much worse. As you can see, it's mostly around the edges of the paper, which make me think it's to do with the pressing of the paper. Again, not bad water test. I think it's because, you know, the cheap paper, the absorbent paper, soaks the ink in and it makes it harder to wash off. Did explode a bit, did feather a bit, but if you had to, you could recover that. Now, this is that Moleskine notebook paper that was behaving deceptively well. I feel like here you can see that the texture of the paper, it's more matte, it's not quite as shiny. Then you turn it over, and here you can very clearly see that shine, just how smooth it is, like, versus... But anyway, so I think that's why this paper was behaving so oddly well. And so here I want you to take some grains of salt with the performance. These will not be standard results. 5.5 seconds to dry. You still get a bit of shading. Stupidly well behaved. Water test, you know, it did feather a bit, it did explode a bit, most of it did wash away, but you could recover that if you had to. So there you go, for your consideration. Noodler's purple. Really not bad. It's more of a genuine purple than some of the, you know, the violets and the lavenders calling themselves purple. It's got a bit more pink in it. Purple is not my favorite color, but for a straightforward purple, I like it. Pretty well behaved. For your consideration from the Triple N Network, if you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more, please subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching. Bye.